Good morning, everyone. I'm Flemhar Enriquez, and in this research, I have worked with my colleagues, Cyndie Rodrin and Mr. Owen B. Enriquez. So our study is titled Revitalizing Research Culture in the Selected Senior High Schools in the Division of Cavite, South Cluster, Perception, Problems, Practices, and Program. Now, what prompted us to conduct this study is the general notion that research is a very difficult subject. So, results and findings of this study, we would like to make an attempt to proactively reframe the perception of the students on learning research as a subject and as a process. This also intends to address the alienation and anxiety of the students towards research. For our literature review, we have highlighted three of them. One is from Butawan, Butawan of 2020, wherein he emphasized the capacity, the motivation, the knowledge and skills of the teachers could be transmitted to our students. We also have Godfrey of 2014. He enumerated four distinct research culture developmental stages. They are emerging, established, and emerged research culture. He also identified five research areas on having a research culture. One is values, leadership, support system, sustainability, and impact. We also have Enriquez, Austria, and Gulia of 2021. They found out that research requires localized and contextualized materials with millennial appeal plus integration of arts, music, storytelling for the learners. And also, they also introduced the process, output, input, orientation for not only for the TVL students, but generally for the struggling students in research. So these are the details of our methodology. So our respondents are 8, 1 from Tagaytay, Indang, 1 from Alfonso, 2 from Mendez, and 3 from Amadeo. So they are handling practical research 1 and 2 for grades 11 and 12. For the perception, we have the general notion. Actually, again, it emerged that the subject is perceived by the students as observed by the teacher that it is difficult for them. And this results to their anxiety and indifference towards the subject research. For the problems, they are related with the macro skills, particularly reading comprehension and lack of reading comprehension, poor reading comprehension skills, and lack of writing competencies. And this we really have to address. Plus, of course, the lack of internet access and other related resources. For the practices or best practices, it was evident that our teachers exerted effort and showed their ingenuities by coming up with their simplified learning materials, ICT integration, peer teaching, and collaborative teaching and mentoring between and among the students and teachers. As for the programs, we would like to emphasize that there is a need to address the macro skills and training and seminars or programs for this purpose is really highly recommended. For the implications, the difficulty that they are perceiving and experiences is basically because of the lack of English proficiency and lack of strong foundation with basic grammar and reading comprehensions as well as writing skills. There were negative and positive results in this study in relation to research. However, just the same, these results, either negative or positive, they are all opportunities to rekindle and revisit the teaching and training of English language to the students in their earlier grade levels. We also have the production of a more localized, contextualized research materials with millennial appeal, more graphics, and more user-friendly. And this could be very enticing for our senior high school students in learning research. We also have here the conclusion. Again, the perceptions are related to the anxiety and indifference because of the problem on language proficiency and also lack of experience and background for this subject. There is also a need to improve language proficiency, especially reading comprehension and writing skills prior to the actual research undertaking. We also have here the best practices of the teachers showed their initiative, resourcefulness, and innovativeness. Plus, of course, their zest or energy to teach research. They have provided meaningful and experiential learning for the students and utilizing available resources. We also have the necessity for macro skills, particularly on statistical, thematical analysis. So these are our recommendations. Facilitate language proficiency, language proficiency seminars or programs. Conduct research writing workshop. Provisions of trainings and seminars on statistical and thematical analysis, plus exposure of our students to actual on-site research conference and activities as observers, presenters, and even speakers. So friends, these are our references. Jos Mabalos sa Indogabos, thank you very much. Seize the day.